Alright guys, welcome back to the Outer Worlds. And let's see what
Hey you,
Max's
looking for
friend
something?
is.
Where do you think you're going?
Through you if you push me.
Hey, nice form. Good delivery too. You looking to join Captain Harlow's crew, huh? Alright, go on through.
Easy enough.
Got my sights on you.
Oh, these people are outlaws. That's not good.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh shit.
You're free to go.
I didn't see you. Just regular outlaws.
That machine stole my bits.
Tuh.
Why do we even have one of these?
Got a terminal.
Been ages since we had a good haul. No freighters, no jobs, no contracts in weeks. Just standing around kicking rocks.
Okay, not too much in there. Oh, he's right there. Let's go and check out the terminal. Logs, acquisition logs. Independent freighter, cat's meow, haul contraband, pharmaceuticals. Summary, brought down, salvaged cargo, ransomed crew. Independent freighter, getaway sticks, haul subversive literature. Summary, brought down, salvaged crew, crew joined up. Freighter werewolf, haul engine parts. Summary, brought down, salvaged cargo, crew jettisoned in escape pod. As usual, we were able to intercept these ships despite how cleverly they masked their heat signatures. Our patron pulled through again with that tracking data. Don't know how they got their hands on it, but we're in no position to refuse charity. Memo. Crew. I'm beginning to wonder about our patron. When we opened up our scanners and stiffed the system for our latest Wildcat, we picked up a signal from a corporate freighter nearby. It was hauling 10 times more cargo than our target. No sooner did we scan it than a message came through ordering us to go after the Wildcat instead. Something doesn't add up. Until I get answers, stays to Captain Harlow. Been last entry. Pirate code. Rule number 1, Harlow's the boss. Rule number 2, fuck the board. Rule number 3, why are you still reading, pig? Wake up. If you're seeing this, the board already owns you. You were looking for the rules. Why? Because life's a game to you. Maybe you like being played. You guzzle down that sense of security like it's purple berry flavored opium. Fuck rules and fuck terminals. It's not a revolution if we're using the weapons that they raised against us time and time again. From the front lines of the riots to the corporate sit-ins, and document Pirates Code has exceeded character limits. Okay, so that seems to be all. Alright, so this guy is a pirate. It's not really doing good things. Let's see, that's all that went back there. Alright, let's talk to him. I guess we could have come in through here. No.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
I'll just let you talk this out. No, it's fine. I'll do my own introductions. I'll just let you two work this out.
I thought you were dead. Or throwing yourself against the walls of some re-education center. That's been 5 years, Clyde. The best thing you can say is, hey there, Hullhead?
No, Felix. The best thing I can say to you is yet to come. Also, I'd like to have a word with your captain. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
Felix will always have a place in this crew. He's family to us now.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
Tell me why we're here.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
You want to put him through a test? Then allow me to enlighten you. Felix is loyal to me. Let's see.
I understand that Felix is part of your crew, at least for now. If the thought of losing him troubles you, then understand that you're helping him solve a problem for an old friend. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
What did Trask do to deserve death?
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
There's more to this than you're letting on.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
How well do you know Felix?
Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you'd never back down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with?
Something else.
Let's hear it.
You said you were working on something big.
A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for the day of Halcyon's reckoning. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of operations, loyal soldiers, freedom from the board's oversight.
Sounds like you've got some plan to overthrow the board.
Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready.
That was simultaneously the least scientific and most pompous statement I've heard in ages. Well done, Mr. Harlow.
A vicar. I admit, I never imagined a man of the cloth living the adventurer's life. You do keep some interesting company. Was there anything else?
So you're a band of outlaws living on the edge of an asteroid. Some revolution.
Not all revolutions involve bloodshed and fire, Captain. The purest act of rebellion is to live according to one's own means, independent of any masters. One day, when the board is weak and Halcyon vulnerable, we may claim a piece of this system for ourselves. Until then, we bide our time.
What makes you think you're free?
The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. It's almost as if the board's sphere of influence is shrinking. Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain. If the board tries to lay siege to us, we'll make them pay. Something on your mind?
Hey, we level up. Ah. Okay, so a lot of stuff is taking us to, oh hey guys, to the groundbreaker. So what we're gonna do, we've already been up there here and we just discovered this.
A proper lair if ever I saw one.
What we're gonna do is do that one thing we have on that satellite, I guess it is. But we do have some of these, so let's go ahead. Okay, so this is at 60, that's all I need. I don't think I need this to go any higher. Yeah, I don't need to get this one any higher. What I want now is science. Yeah, I want science to 80, so that's going to be another 20. And I want persuade all the way up. So 20, 40. I will level up enough to get that, so. Or you know what? No, we'll do that first. Then everybody else has leveled up as well. This is for Ellie. Any damage that would kill you instead heals a small amount of health. This effect has a long cooldown. Healed to 25%. When this companion is down during combat, they heal back some health and continue fighting. This effect has a long cooldown, 15 minutes. Taking damage, they gain some armor for a short time. This effect stacks up to 3 times. We'll go with this one. Increases the damage dealt after their ability is done. Felix. Okay, so these last two seem to be the same for everybody. We'll go with corporates. It's good to do their ability ones. Increases our life skill when Nayaka's with us. %, or 30%, oh no wait, 20% chance to reset ability cooldown on the use. Same thing with for Vicar. Can we give him this? Let's see. And damn, we should have done that one. We'll go with this one. Okay, so what we're doing is the silent voices. The groundbreaker's backup communications relay went offline a while ago. Now that the station's primary relay is going to be occluded, this backup relay must be repaired.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
That's fine. They argue all the time. We're going right here. Because with this one, we have to go back to the groundbreaker once we finish it. Ah, look at it, so cool. And actually, let me take a look at everybody's quarters. I want to see if anything changed. Oh, we already looked at that. Oh, he did get a faded air freshener. It's a lemony fresh. You get anything, Pavardi? Doesn't seem like it. How about you, Vicar? Oh, he got the incense vessel, madness in a box, courtesy of the hermit. Unlocks the perks tuned in for Vicar Max. Oh, okay. Ooh, we got the big old cube thing that we can't look at. Nothing new for Felix. And nothing really for Ellie. Framed photograph of Nyoka's crew. A faded photograph of Nyoka with her hunter crew. Etched in the back is a muddy red. In a muddy red is the word Sharon. Unlocks the perk the crew for Nyoka. Sure do got a lot of alcohol, Nyoka. Let's see, Vicar we're pretty much done with, so let's take him out. We'll do Sam and Ellie. Because we have everybody except for, I don't know if Sam has one, but we've done Vickers. We're doing Pavardi's, doing Nyoka's, doing Felix. Ellie's the only one that we don't have a companion quest for, I believe. So, Ellie, maybe Sam.
Estimated cleaning time, 59.11 minutes.
Perfect spot for some peace and quiet.
Security Automechanical Manual. The instructions printed in this manual have been covered by a mostly illegible scrawl. Entire photographs are crossed out with frantic lines of dark ink. In some places the pages are torn through from the force of whoever wielded the pen. One section describing the correct procedures for setting automechanicals on a proper charging schedule is mostly untouched. Random letters within the text are circled as though the owner were trying to discover some message hidden within. Alright. Town and country. Phrase journal, a beautiful dream. Last night I dreamed, and it was beautiful. The streets of Byzantium were decorated with crimson streamers that laughed in the breeze. They asked me to take them, to give them to my special ones. I gathered the crimson in my arms and felt so alive, so happy. I turned and Delilah was beside me. I did not question why my supervisor was there, her eyes so full of the emotions I know she feels but dares not show at work. I wrapped her neck in crimson, tying it tight as a scarf on a cold day. So beautiful. Then the crimson on her neck opened as a second mouth and began screaming. When I awoke, I was scared. The dreams are so real now. And this time, I recognized a face. I had to leave work early today. Every time I looked at Delilah, I heard a whisper in my mind about how beautiful she would look with a touch of crimson on her neck. Her neck. This must stop. This is not who I am. This is not who I will become. I must find help. Someone went crazy. Everything's barred.
You got nimble fingers, Captain.
Why, thank you. Have a terminal. Display unit status. Hostility level. Kill on sight. Hostility override for owners active. List of valid owners. Alexander J. Frey. Update security routines. Hack 30 begin charging cycles. Okay. So maybe that put them all to sleep or something. Well, sleep. Maybe that made them charge. Okay, so maybe we can get through there. And that's bar, that's right.
Entering quiet mode.
Okay, pickaxe. Phrase journal, escape. I've had to start a new journal. I cannot read my previous entries without the whispers tempting me. The whispers do not stop. Every person I see, the whispers tell me to help them. They need me. They show me the pain and longing hiding in their eyes. They tell me how these people want, no, need, the gifts I can give. All it would take is a few moments with a blade, a bright, bright, bright fountain of crimson to delight the eyes, and all of their pain would be gone. I could do it. I know how to help them. It gets harder and harder to stop myself. I saw a friend today, an old friend from school who's now a doctor for Auntie Cleo. I told him about my dreams. Nothing outright. Oh no, I'm not so foolish as that. I told him it was an old book I'd found and described my dreams and whispers as happening to a character in a book. I asked him how he'd helped this character. He looked at me and he knew. The whispers told me to end his pain, and he'd tell. I got up and left quickly. I did not hurt him. Not. I have to leave Byzantium. He will tell. They'll come for me and lock me away. I must find a secret place. A place I can be alone. A place with no whispers. This person's insane. Oh, another... What the hell? We found another deep fried 60 bits. Another way to go over there. And that did seem to put all the mechanicals on charge. Phrase journal, the source. The whispers have a source, and I have found it. I've taken refuge on an orbital relay station. It is smaller than a worker's hovel, barely a few thousand square meters, but sufficient for my needs. I was able to flee Byzantium with enough bits to purchase supplies to last for decades. It was strange being among common people on the Groundbreaker. The Whispers barely stirred at the sight of their ill-fed, scarred, and unwashed bodies. If only there were fewer freighters docking them there, bringing real people from Byzantium, I could almost have made a home free of temptation, free. As I made this place livable, or as much as it can be, I started hearing the whispers from the relay terminal. They told me to listen to the voices traveling through the aether to reach me, calling out to me to help them, alone, lonely, needing my help. I found a way to power down the transmitter. No more voices in the aether, and no more whispers. They fell silent. This is not me, it's not. I'm not this foul thing that I have feared for so long. It was the voices in the aether trying to make me hurt others, but I was stronger than they, and I have defeated them. I have already begun making plans to return to my home. Now that the Whisperers are defeated, I can resume my life again. I can't wait to return. I miss my family and coworkers so much, especially Delilah. Yeah, I think you're just crazy. Alright, is that where we came from? Yes. No, we came from over here. We can go in here. What the hell was that sound? Oh, that leads to there. Okay, cool. Oh, so if you couldn't shut these robots down, you could just go over there. Interesting. It's 4 lockpicks. Now we have pretty much gotten most of our lockpicks back. Go ahead and unbar and open all these.
You probably don't need my diagnosis, but he's definitely dead.
Body bag dispenser empty. Please replace sac reel before disposing of any corpses.
Yeah. Relay control terminal passcode. Silencer. Phrase journal. Forgive me. I was so wrong. The whispers did not stop. Not. They have returned. They howl at me, demanding I return home and bathe the streets in crimson, bright crimson, beautiful crimson. I can think of the only way to end this, and forgive me, Delilah. And he killed himself. Well, at least, you know, it stopped him from killing everybody else.
Real slick.
And then we got a ladder. A lot of explosives up here.
Substance is resistant to cleaning efforts.
Sorry about that, Ellie. Activate relay transmitter. Transmitter relay activation is complete. All stored messages have successfully transferred to the physical storage device. Okay, so we just return to the Groundbreaker now. And yeah, small place. Yeah, glad I did this one first.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Oh, what do you got there? Is that a scrap of Ellie's jacket in your mitts, Sam? What did I tell
Oh, hey, Captain. Miss Nyoka's so capable, you hardly notice how sad she looks.
Oh, nothing special. We can't really tell her to bring Sam down there. Oops. Alright, just search every once in a while. What's our weight at? Whoa. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. MSI Saltuna Searer. Huh. Does 720. Better than my flamethrower. 214 for this. Silencer, we'll put that in there. And euthanasia kit, we'll put that in there. And put this in there because it's not really doing too much for us. Okay. And with our... who are we gonna bring? Actually it doesn't matter, I don't think. 480. Yeah, you can have that one. Wow, this thing does 390. Going back to the groundbreaker. Man, when did we get into it? Radanis, Olympus, Typhon, or whatever that was. Yeah, we'll take Ellie and Felix.
Vodka.
Okay, actually. Does she have anything for us?
If you're here for this week's magazine,
No.
I've got a lot.
But let's see if she has anything. Quest-wise, nope. Damn it. Oh my god. I don't know why we didn't search that before.
CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
Actually, I think there's something... Yeah, the, gas.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it. at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in.
You're not the only one who enjoys the finer things, Lilia.
You know what? Fuck it. Enjoy yourself. I invest in the happiness of my workers, and you deserve a bigger cut. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor.
In case you were curious, no one was following me.
No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine says the factory needs some repairs before it's back to working order. But at least it's under our control. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they?
Depends on what you mean by strange.
Like they were hanging on to your every word, scheming. And when you turned around, maybe they just oinked like innocent little idiots.
That sounds utterly insane, Lilia. Only get her softly.
All right, cut the pig shit.
What?
I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs.
That made us
Never know,
decrease. Sure, whatever you say. You doing okay, Lilia?
I've got a lot on my mind, but it's nothing that concerns you. At least, not yet. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
Sounds like a major business expansion. It pays to get in on those early, you know.
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain.
How did a research station become salvage?
Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone dark. Poke around if you're curious why. While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant Sublight's flag. Perfectly legit, perfectly legal.
I like you, Lilia. You're cool. This sounds risky. Do you have a buyer lined up?
Not this time. The board tolerates our business up to a point, and selling off a station full of their old gear and terminals crosses that point. But if we were to move in and commandeer the station as a Sublight salvage remote office, that's a different matter. Legally gray by comparison. More of a squatter situation.
Just point me in the right direction.
Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that.
You're being cryptic again. Who are we worried about? Authorities? Competitors?
Both. Neither. Right now, it's safer if I keep you in the dark. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
Okay. Sublight, a legitimate business, contractors. If the authorities are on our heels, your heels, our legal team has pre-approved you to recite this passage from our colonial trading rights. Pursuant to regulations following internally preserved bourse, such a business entity would therefore be entitled to gather, maintain, and ultimately dispose of decommissioned agricultural hardware and accessories for profit or convenience. The short version, if we handle potted meat, we can legally salvage tractors and tractor parts. That's why I keep a can of bourse sub. Oh, okay, so we've already read this.
Really? You wanna know what I think? I think they ought to make a serial about our crew. Only we have all these secret messages in every episode, see?
What happened to the Code of Silence, Felix?
Hey, why do you always do that thing with your eyes whenever I talk to you? You on the alert, maybe? Looking out for hidden enemies?
Let's just say you remind me of someone.
I bet they were real pretty.
What?
My comm center already got an update ping from the backup relay. I trust everything went smoothly.
Here's your data backup.
Thanks. That's odd. The only messages in the queue are encrypted ones. Looking at the transmission logs, the relay hasn't received a single unencrypted message in the past 36 months. Must be on account of some new security red tape. Well, whatever's the cause, the board and the Earth Minister will see it sorted. Thanks again for saving my derriere. I secured quite the payment authorization for you from Chief Junlei. Try not to spend it all in one place.
Okay, so that one is done. See, something pretty easy that was. See if Junlei has anything to say.
Felix Millstone. Nice to see you out of docking bay. Keeping your nose clean?
Yes, ma'am. Been at least a couple weeks since my last nose-related incident.
Uh-huh. I'm glad to see you in a captain's custody. Just try not to steal any critical parts from my ship.
I sense some history here.
It's possible I got caught lifting some spare parts a couple years back, but it was only just that one time. Honest.
I'd tell you to stay out of trouble, but I know you'll find it anyway. Whatever you do, just make sure I don't find out.
Okay, so that's it. Let's see if we have anything else. Let's see. That's Phineas, the Ice Palace. Maybe that's another planet. Let's see. Find Trask. Yeah, Rufus, we can do it on the Groundbreaker. This one we need to go to Byzantium. I don't know how we get there. Site for Edgewater. Is that here or back? That's back at the ship. Okay. I was like, what is this? All right, let's do. We can get some for Felix.
Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings.
Nice going.
I can finally get in here.
All right, freshen up.
Stupid sprats. Heavy machine gun, don't really need it.
How'd you do that so fast?
Hey, how'd you get back there?
Oh, hi. Was that not where I was supposed to go? Oh.
This is Halcyon News.
You mind? Trying to have a moment here.
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trask. I'm told he lived around here. Are you Rosanna Trask?
Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something?
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trask.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Show her Harlow's emblem. If you know where Trask is, you want to tell me.
That's Harlow's mark. No mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account.
I'm not going to lay a finger on Trask.
We're not? Oh, right, yeah. We're non-violent sorts. Real diplomatic.
All right, you made your point. Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know. Please, just make it quick.
You and Trask split up?
That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to.
How much do you know about Harlow?
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
Sounds familiar, Felix.
He must have been recruiting, gathering up his band of revolutionaries.
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus.
Harlow tells me Trask betrayed him. Do you know anything about that?
Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order.
He didn't tell you anything about Harlow?
No, and he was particular about that. Said I was better off not getting entangled in his mess. Little late for that, says I. Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
Okay.
Rizzo's purpleberry.
You ever watch Agent Khan? He's got this ship, right? The Invincible. And we got a ship, right? So I got to thinking, who would win in a race? The Invincible or the Unreliable?
Felix, you watch too many movies.
Hey, you sound just like Nyoka.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Nothing.
May luck be with you. Of course, as
I know, there's no luck. So... Oh no, this is just a new place. Okay. Edgewater. Going back.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
It's been a while. Oh wow. Where is this? Closest thing is but the botanical labs. Let's see, how would we get there? I mean, possibly over here? Let's start left. Oh, shoot. Damn mines. Okay, so it doesn't look like No, it won't let us. It must be something that, like, just opened up or something.
Here they come! That's the last of him!
My kinda. Just like that.
Oh, we got primals. You might want to get out of there, Felix. Wow, remember how hard primals were to kill before? The brain. North Gulch. Oh, maybe it was here before. Cool, it's not stealing. You're standing in front of the... Oh, no, wait.
Don't bother me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
What makes you think I work for Harlow? Your wife told me. That's right, Harlow said you betrayed him.
Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying.
Why did you betray him?
How do I know that I can trust you?
What's the worst that could happen? Harlow sends a stranger with a gun after you? If I want to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
You're asking me to take you for your word. Show me some evidence.
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
Yeah, there is. You're looking at him.
Huh. You ain't like other board agents I heard about. You got a functioning spine. You want to confront Harlow yourself? Be my guest. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent.
Why would the board buy off Harlow?
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy, and that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
What was Harlow doing for the board?
Board sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
Alright, I've heard enough.
Take it you've made up your mind.
I'm not gonna kill you, Trask. But I'm gonna ask you for your ring.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Take care. Alright, so it didn't seem like a bad guy. And it turns out... the other guy returned to Harlow. Yeah, Harlow might be the bad one, so... we gotta go... somewhere. I don't even know. To gather some evidence against Harlow. And then bring Felix to him. So we're gonna end this one here. Let me see where we have to
A
go.
reminder to all crew members.
We know there's only
there is
one
only
damn
one
toilet.
toilet.
Okay, so we gotta go to Scylla. Probably the Scylla landing pad. And grab the evidence.
Destination reached. Scylla.
And so we're going to go ahead and end it here, and in the next one we're going to go ahead and do this. And I'm not sure what else. Probably more of Nyoka's companion mission. Let's see. Stats evidence against Harlow, an event back in Harlow's base. Oh, in Harlow's base. Okay. Never mind. But yeah, we're gonna end it here. Have a great day, guys. Bye.